landed that role, which put him on a path to comedy stardom. The classically trained Canadian actor, who shares 2 sons with ex-wife Amy Poehler and became a father again last year, has gone on to make audiences laugh in movies with Emmy-nominated TV roles, as the voice of animated characters in ubiquitous TV commercials, and on a hit podcast he hosts with a couple of buddies, one of them a co-star from Arrested Development. Will and I got together over Zoom the other day to talk about all of it in a virtual Sunday sit-down. Like many parents these days, Will Arnett is just trying to find a quiet place to work from home. I understand you got a very busy house.
I mean, there's a chance that that door behind me at any point could burst open and somebody's going to come in with, so-and-so did this, so-and-so wrecked that, I cut my arm off.
The 51-year-old father of 4 boys escaped the chaos long enough to host a new season of the reality competition show Lego Masters.
Good luck and get your brick on. Our show is very lighthearted, and it's a show that really celebrates people who are into Lego and who are Lego builders or who are aspiring Lego builders. There's a whole community out there, Willie, that not a lot of people know about. We're not a gotcha show. We're not a reality show where we get people all, boozed up and then watch them cry or fight with each other. Ultimately, I also want to wreck their builds at the end of the day.
A childhood fan of Lego, Arnett has become something of an ambassador, thanks to his role as the gravelly voice of Lego Batman in the run of blockbuster Lego movies.
I'm Batman. I couldn't have imagined as a kid that later on as an adult, I would have this connection to Lego, make all these movies, all the while having my own kids, young kids at that same time on this totally different track, being really into Lego and building, and then now doing Lego Masters. It's all very surreal, to be honest. I'm still just a Lego fan and dad of kids who love Lego.
I think we have to point it out. You say Lego, not Legos, which I only learned recently.
That's right. The plural of Lego is Lego.
Wow. Okay.
I don't like to shame people if they say Legos, because we all learn it at a certain point. And we've all used the term Legos. It's probably the only area of my life where I don't correct people. I don't know why.
When he isn't building or bashing Lego, Arnett is co-hosting the popular podcast SmartLess, launched last year with his friends and fellow actors Jason Bateman and Sean Hayes. SmartLess. Really the heart of the show, it's just the 3 of you giving each other crap. How much fun has that been?
It's been so much fun. I was going to do a podcast, and I told Jason, and then he called me like 2 days later. He said, I just had dinner with Sean, told him that you're starting a podcast, and then we agreed that we should do it with you. And I was like, wait, what? So he was like, yeah, so we're the 3 of us are doing a podcast now. You're not going to take your hat off because today your hair is a mess. Oh, I love those guys so much. It's unbelievable. Sometimes when I go into the booth and start doing the show, that's a break from the insanity that's kind of going on around me. And that's my chance to have something to eat, talk to my buddies.
I was texting with Jason today. He wanted to know if you could slide your meal window into a spot in your day when it doesn't conflict with the podcast so that you're not eating an Italian sub when you ask your questions.
You're a real loose cannon.
I can't understand what you're saying. Put the food down.
You always have food in your hands.
So real from him. By the way, here's the best part. It's not just a burn, Willie, but he actually means it.
Born and raised in Toronto, Arnett moved to New York to pursue acting in 1990.
I had a pretty normal childhood in so many ways. It was not traumatic. I have great parents. I still talk to them a lot. Do I want to find the person who taught my mom how to text? Yeah, I want to find them. Are we at a ratio of 30-to-1 text in her favor? Yeah, we are.
She using the emojis yet, or is it just all caps firing off at you?
I mean, she's been drunk on emojis for years.
Arnett landed bit parts on Sex and the City and The Sopranos. But his breakthrough came in 2003 on the cult hit series Arrested Development, where co-starring with Bateman, He played part-time magician Job Bluth in a hysterical performance that earned him an Emmy nomination.
I've made a huge mistake.
Is that gratifying to understand and to hear the sort of staying power of this show you did, 18 years ago?
Yeah, it is. It's really gratifying. I kind of landed backwards in comedy. I think one of the great things is that it's not too zeitgeisty. So the jokes, they're still relevant because they're about these people and about these characters, not about what's going on in that moment in time. It's just timeless, really, in that way.
Arnett had other memorable roles on comedy hits like The Millers and 30 Rock, all while becoming one of the most sought-after voice actors in Hollywood and in advertising.
Make the most of every moment. Are you drooling? Good.
In addition to deploying his pipes to sell candy in trucks, Arnett was the lead voice for 6 seasons on the acclaimed offbeat animated Netflix comedy BoJack Horseman.
Normal childhood, and then just get right into the being famous part.
You have a guy who's spiritually and morally bankrupt, even though he's at the top of his game, and how incredibly sad and hollow he feels and bitter, and how aware he is of where he's at, too. Really extraordinary.
Nailed it.
Were you born with the voice like this? Did you train your voice?
Like most things in my life, Willie, just kind of happened. My dad got quite a deep voice, and he always claims that if anything happens to me, that he's just going to take over, which I think is rude. First of all, he's 83, A, and B, why are you thinking about something happening to me? What's your problem, dude?
I like the presumption that you're going first, and he's going to pick up the work.
Again, yeah. Well, I come from a family of optimists. I will say that. I'm a total optimist. I always just believe that things are going to work out, and they usually do. I think in life, there's enough sort of negative stuff out there. You might as well focus on what's working.
Dad waiting in the wings. Tough business. Lego Masters airs Tuesday nights at 8, 7 Central on Fox. And you can listen to Will conducting interviews with his mouth full on SmartLess, wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to subscribe to our Sunday Sit Down podcast to hear the full-length interview with Will Arnett, featuring some great trash talk about Jason Bateman. You can find it on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get yours.